Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Genshin Impact playthrough session. We are making it through the second half of the Narcissus Adventure Team quest featuring Anne, and we just made it up to the library section where the princess, we're making it through this story adventure experience to get to Princess Lyris, which I feel like at this point, this story might actually just be like an allegory, because there's all these characters and creatures that represent things that they're not. And we're also getting Renee mentions and Anne mentioned by name, despite being an Oceanid, but having memories of actual events that this Oceanid wouldn't be a part of unless Anne turned into an Oceanid from the past events of what happened in Elenus's body during the explosion and all that all those years ago. So I'm still trying to put together what all of this means. I feel like it's a lot of subliminal messaging. We're talking about a dragon named Narcissus, and Narcissus sounds dangerously close to Narcissus. And then there's the Narcissus Ordo, which is kind of like the bad guys. Then you have the Marchosi Phantom, who are like scheming on them, and Seymour's trying to figure that out, but none of that has been brought up yet. So I'm a little I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing, or when it's gonna click, when all of this stuff is gonna make sense. You have that little water statue of the princess. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's the human version of what Anne looked like, or if Anne is the princess, you know what I mean? So we just made it to this library section. We just said goodbye to our five squad mates, our 5 adventure team members. I am so happy that I did this quest and got to meet a character like Jack, who even at the bitter end, he was just making corrections and always getting the last word, and always talking about this basically dismantling all of this oppressive systematic issues that have plagued humanity since the dawn of time. They all just made a sacrifice going back to water to get us to this point. And so we are making our way through with Kingdom Through the Looking Glass, which is an Alice in Wonderland reference, and there's even an achievement called Anne in Wonderland, like Alice in Wonderland. And we're just continuing on. I don't know if there's gonna be any if there's gonna be anything to read here, because we've been through another library area with the Virgil quest. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled on the tables and for any flickering shimmers to see if there's any type of lore that's gonna be given to us while we go through this. So yeah, we're just carrying on, making our way through. Oh, they showed the window part of this area in the trailer, I think, with the benches and stuff. I don't know if this was this area, but that's what it reminds me of. All right, let's go. There's a Fell Shield of Narcissus. Haha. That name does fit our adventure up until now, huh? This is the center of the world, the castle where the dragon lurks, the tower that imprisons the princess. Sometimes it is the lost city of Yith. Sometimes... Oh my fucking god, guys, Kaya wasn't lying. When we met Kaya at the beginning of the game, he said that he knew of this great and holy blade that fell from Celestia that his great-great-grandfather found, and he said it was lost in the Arcadian ruins. And it literally says sometimes this place is called the ancient city of Yith, sometimes Arcadia. And I'm like, was Kaya not lying? Did his great-great-grandfather actually and we just got an achievement that was the holy blade. I don't know if that was an allegory too. At times it's even the golden Hyperborea. Here, many untrodden realms have been conquered. Here, many heroes have defeated evil dragons. This is a place that brims with magic, and I was never really able to understand it. Children could see through a stone wall the imaginary griffins that whirled free in the distant clouds seeking... What the fuck is this? What do you mean? Hello? This is super crazy fantastical. These 4 pools would, in different adventure tales, be the 4 seas, and sometimes 4 cardinal realms of the world. I cannot understand these things either, but to accompany the children in their adventures, I played all sorts of roles. Are these more of those suddenly emerging memories? Yes. Oh shit. Anne, are you all right? I don't know. I feel very strange. These memories are so beautiful, but terrifying too. Wait, is that the sword? I didn't know that there would be a weapon here. Look there. Bro, is that the actual sword Kaya was talking about? It looks like our Dole blade, but it's wooden. Look there atop that small fountain. This is the holy blade of Narcissus. Is it really? It looks kind of cheap. That's the best disguise ever. There have been multiple JRPGs that I've played growing up where the weakest, most rusted, crusty, just like no damage hitting sword eventually goes on to morph and transform into the best weapon in the game. It's happened in Dragon Quest. It's happened in Infinite Undiscovery. I guarantee you the fucking Dull Blade is like super secretly like the locked away powers of Aether's original sword when he came to this world, but its powers were sealed along with him when he got here. Behold, Paimon, the Holy Blade. It's like that time with the Sword of Brilliant Valor. Ah, okay, Paimon gets it. It's the tale behind the blade and one's belief in it that makes it a holy blade, right? With that sword in hand, Paimon bets the kids would feel like invincible heroes ready to take to the skies to do battle with their enemies, huh? Appropriately shaped branches and drying poles could also, in the right tale, be the holy blade. But one day, a certain woman brought several wooden swords to the children to play with so that the drying poles would stop being used in fights. So, and who was that? I do not know. It must have been someone who once lived here. Yes, it does seem like a kingdom that was once a lively place with all sorts of people in it. But when you think about it like that, the holy blade must have been very important. A normal sword can cleave flesh, but the holy blade could cleave spirit and will. As such, even impervious dragons and formless illusions are no match for it. If the story of our adventure team is to reach its end, we will need the blade. Is it really that powerful? It just looks like a cheap wooden sword. Just take its holiness at face value. Sure, if you say so, but it doesn't look like we can reach it right now. Let's continue exploring. Maybe we'll find a way to break this magical bubble. Bruh, this is kind of crazy. I thought Kaya was capping when I first played the game. He was like, the sword went on to defeat a hydra, like a six-headed hydra, a silver-haired banshee, and like some other crazy shit. And I was like, bro, stop the cap. This guy's a smooth talker. But that was literally the week Genshin came out. Like, how could I have known he was speaking facts? You know what I mean? But damn, bro, Kai was really in his bag. He was like, I'm gonna tell him all this stuff and he'll think I'm a liar. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Crab. I'm pretty sure you did your best defending this sacred place, but we'll take it from here. Oh, this is so cool. I didn't even see the blade at first. That was such a shock. All right, here we are. Oh, is that another cannon? Yeah, this was the room that was in the trailer. A bubble formation. What's a bubble formation doing here? I don't know, but I don't like it. Actually, why is there a bubble formation here too? Wasn't that supposed to prevent invaders from kidnapping the princess? Yes, that is the case. Also, we ran into some enemies earlier. Didn't you say that the Princess Lyris gave you her treasure, though the tower stagnated and even Narcissus could not enter? There's a lot of stuff here that doesn't make sense. What's going on? I don't know either. I never thought about what would happen after we entered the tower. Also, this place feels very strange. I don't understand. I should never have been here before, but I find myself recalling I wonder if this is the research institute, maybe, because that's the only place that I would think that Anne would have been, but this is also underwater. So maybe this is like the rest of it. Do you two not feel it? No. Paimon doesn't either. Well, do you know what place this is, Anne? This is the assembly hall of the Narcissus Institute. Ah, the children would study here normally. I remember now. This is a lovely place. There was no sunlight, but it was always lively here. Because I remember during the Virgil quest, they were like studying and they were doing experiments and like test trials and stuff like that. And it almost seemed like they were at like a boarding school for like gifted people. And I wonder if this was it. I don't know if it was called the Narcissus Institute or if it was the Fontaine Research Institute, but it was like an institute of sorts. The children were all of different dimensions, some of them as different as the two of you, but here they would study together, listen to tales of the Hydro Archon and to tales older still. Dimension. I mean that some children were very small and some were somewhat larger. Hey now, Paimon might be small, but she's got a big heart. Aww. Anyways, what about the princess? Was she a child too? Would the children children hear stories about her? I do not know. Why does Paimon get the feeling that the stories started drifting away from the princess ever since we teleport? I feel like it's because Anne is the princess. So now it's like, it's now transitioned into like the typical like self-discovery trope. It's like, it was all about getting into the tower to find the princess, and now you're discovering that you are the princess. Maybe, kind of, sort of. No, this place must have something to do with her. We must be able to find her at the end of this road. She will be happy to see us. Well, you're the local. Paimon trusts you. Yeah, I feel like this is like an allegorical story. But if Anne is the Oceanid, then who were all of the others? Unless, right, because it wasn't just 5 of them. They said that a bunch of them died over the course of turning in, like, of being, like, they said that there were, who said it? Colonel Kate said like, oh, we had like a lot more. I had like a whole like squad of soldiers and they all died from the bubble formation. And then people like Nay got dissolved into water. So I'm wondering if those were all like the kids that grew up in the Institute along with them. And then it just turned, how many were there? There were 5. Let's see, hold on. There was Al, Jack, Anne, Kate, and Peticho. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and Maury. Maury is 5, and then Nay would be 6. I'm just gonna say this. Al, Elaine. Wait! Wait, actually, Al is Elaine because Elaine has a sister. And that would be Peticho, and that would be Anne. So who the fuck are the others? And then who's this Oceanid then? If the allegory is about them, then who's this Oceanid? Hold on. I'm cooking right now. Hold on. All right, so Al is Elaine. Peticho would be Anne or Marianne. One of them is Jacob. One of them is Renee. And then I guess some of the others, like Carter. There was another one that I forgot his name. I just don't know who fills in these other gaps. And who's Nay? Like, who died? We never found out what happened with Renee. I don't know if Renee died during the explosion at Alenus. Jacob's alive, but I don't know which one Jacob would have been. I don't want Jacob to be Jack. I know their names both start with J, but please don't do it to him. Please don't do this, man. Please don't do the goat dirty. I will be so sad. I'll be so sad if Jack is Jacob. And then this Narcissus. Narcissus would be one too. But like, do all of these have to be people? Because the only thing I'm thinking is that like Narcissus could be like the Narcissan Kreutz Ordo, which is like these like sketchy, underhanded people that are like trying to overthrow governments and do like these dark like experiments and shit. Because Narcissus and Narcissan Kreutz are very similar in how they're spelled. Also, I'm not looking for chat to give me the answers, by the way. I'm speaking out loud. But then who the fuck is this Oceanid? If they're having memories of being here, but like if Peticho and Anne are an allegory for Elaine and Anne, then can it be both? Can she be both? I mean, I guess she could be both if she doesn't know who she is. That's the sound of the bell. Does that mean the adventure is coming to a close and Princess Lyre? Okay, let's check what's in the treasure chest first. Oh god. Oh damn, bro, are they gonna give me every single piece of this artifact set by the end of this quest? I already got the timepiece. I got my attack sands timepiece, and now I got my default attack feather. Green feather accessory. Sometimes this feather has the power to advance a story forward and bring it to its end. Its appearance itself represents a power that transcends the story. Old yet well preserved, it must have been cherished by many people. Why would anyone put a feather in a chest? Hold on. Let's see. I'm just gonna take a quick gander. I have to read this artifact set for sure now after this quest is done. Might not be today, but it'll definitely be during the next stream, at least, depending on how long it takes for me to go through this stream. This was once a decorative feather in someone's hat. Being dark green, it was quite eye-catching indeed. Oh, we got some redactions here. We got some redactions. Vice director. But in the end, this feather would never become the mystical staff used by some evil mage. It would instead follow its new owner and reach the source of that of which caused the calamity of parting before returning from whence it came. Also, wicked mages. Wicked mages plummel. Wicked mage, the first person I think of is Jacob. That man's pretty wicked, and he's using some crazy like ancient magic sorcery nonsense. Paimon's kind of dizzy. There are so many books here. This is a library. Deja vu, perhaps? Huh, you know, Paimon thought she hadn't fully woken up yet, but haven't these things happened before? There will be another oh my god. Am I in a fucking samsara? There will be another adventure and another one after that. Nani? So, even though the princess is waiting for us at the end of this road, there's just a bunch of connected loops with no real end. On the other hand, we will be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road. Huh? Do you have an idea? Any thoughts, Anne? I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know anything about what happens after this. Then let's take stock real quick. What have you noticed anything, Paimon? Eh? You're asking Paimon? Yeah, I know, right? Does Paimon notice anything? First, the paths here have been connected such that they form a ring, right? There has to be a point from which we can break through. Next, we saw that super powerful sword or something. Yes, the Holy Blade of Narcissus. It should be a key item in some way. And why do you think that? Well, it looks like a wooden sword, but it is inside a protective barrier. Why all that trouble be necessary if it wasn't important? So Paimon thinks that we need to get that sword. Was there any other notable things? Paimon can't think of anything at the moment. Obviously, that middle section looks like maybe it goes down or it takes us up. Yeah, but that tile sticks out like a sore thumb. Paimon didn't just make that one up, by the way. When we passed this way before, it did feel like the tiles were not connected to the other and it had a different pattern. It could be a trap. That's what I was thinking about as well. Good job, Paimon. Wait, why are you praising Paimon so seriously all of a sudden? Paimon's not used to this. So you really do have an impressive mind, Paimon. As for you, my head's a mess. I can't tell my thoughts straight. Don't beat yourself up too much. You're being assaulted by random strange memories in this place. Anyways, hold on. Let me see if that's actually true. This is session number 2. Yeah, and we're gonna end up back in that room with the chairs and the... Oh, actually, we made it back to the sword. Let's just grab this then. Open. Oh, with the feather. Cool. Yo! Strangely, the feather... Did that just turn into like a regular feather in my inventory? Oh no, it's... Wait, what the hell? It's still here. Yo, I can still keep it. Pog. Oh my god, I didn't even see the name of it. Jabberwock's Holy Sword. That's literally Ruby / Alice. Ruby Volume 9, anybody? Alice in Wonderland, anybody? We finally got it. The Holy Blade of Narcissus. Wait, what's this? Yeah, Lewis Carroll moment. The holy sword that bears a special meaning in a certain story. Look at that, bro. This is like the most important weapon in the entire freaking game right now. I swear to God. All right, let's see. Keep moving. Keep going forward. Yeah, it's basically the Vorpal sword or the Vorpal blade. All right, let's just open this now. You know what? I'm not going to kill the crabs this time. I learned my mistake last time. I was like, I don't get materials from these guys, so I'm just killing them for no reason. And at least this little water thing, it gives me a... Oh, there's 2 now. Oh, okay. I got to go through every single scenario, samsara cycle. This time we have the blade, though, so this time it should be easy. Yeah, I hear the bell. That's the sound of the bell. Didn't something exactly like this happen before? Paimon records there was a chest. And we're back. One of these things is not like the other, chat. Oh my god. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. Someone wants this fairy tale adventure to never end. Bro, it's number 4. Number 4, I promise. What do you want about MurderofBirds? Huh. You know what? Paimon thought that she... Oh my god, you're saying the same thing. Stop. They've done it again. Oh my god. But the future of a story that constantly repeats will never end. Princess Lyris waits at the end of this path. Bro, we gotta break the cycle. We gotta free her. Paimon knows. The last time we were here, you said, on the other hand, we'll be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road, didn't you? Then there must be a way. Oh my god. Hoyoverse, why? Bro, they even added the beeping back. They just made it a chimey little bell. They're like, hey, you remember this? Welcome back, gamers. We're gonna put you through this shit once again. All right, it's time for the 3-peat. I think by the 4th time we'll have it solved. All right, we already have the sword, so we don't need to come in here. I'm just thinking, is there anything Bro, they just keep adding more. Oh my god. Dude, so is it possible to just keep on going through it forever and just flooding this place with just a bunch of crabs? I gotta fight 3 of these guys now. Round 3, gamers. Will it really end? Stay tuned and find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Please, I beg. Please, I beg. You hear the sound of a bell. That's the sound of a bell. All right, I really hope I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm like, Arnold? Oh! Whoa, hold on. Yo, 3rd time's actually... Wait, I think there was like a different path that I should have taken right there. For some reason, I thought that was the path I wasn't supposed to take. Hold on. Okay, I gotta run this down again. We're literally in the Matrix right now. I don't even care. So, like, what's going on with this place? Why are we stuck in another time loop? This doesn't seem like Istaroth's business. This seems like, I don't know. Can the... Okay. I think this is the way, chat. You broke it? Wait, what did I break? What did I do? I thought I was supposed to go through that other door. Also, why is it the opposite way that I came in? Was I supposed to go backwards? You broke the game. Okay, you know what? We take those. I didn't break the game. I just have my script. I have my dev scripts on right now, okay? This is my dev mode right now. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. Let me just hit this little button right here. Wait, obtain the Holy Blade. I already got the Holy Blade. What do you mean? Is this like the true Holy Blade? They're like, all right, give me that little wooden, rinky-dink wooden sword. What is happening? I'm literally... I thought I was done. Wait, hold on. Are we good? It doesn't look like much, but its power is awakened. It will be a destructive and invincible weapon. I'm not skipping dialogue. How is it? Can you feel its power? All right, is this the real deal, or am I still like unlimited power? Oh, yo, Paimon, you fall for anything. Easy. Does not come from this blade. What? Come on. You had Paimon going there. Come to think of it, and you did mention that the Holy Blade was originally a wooden sword that kids played with. Oh, I guess that's right. The first one was the Jabberwocker sword. I was like, isn't this the same thing? I'm so confused. I got debated. That's right. When the young heroes from the Narcissus adventure team would pick the sword up, they would be able to defeat all foes in this tale. Well, let's just take this sword, shall we? Who knows? It might come in handy later. And if not, we can take it as a souvenir. Yeah, we're going to give it to Captain Kaya. Okay. All right. So, all right. I now have the legit Holy Blade of Narcissus Kreutz. None of that fake me out Jabberwock nonsense. Go on with the help of the Holy Blade's power. Open the path forward, for God's sake. Oh my God, it's another one. They all look the same. 3, 2, 1. Was I going up? Or I was going down. I have no idea. I'm literally okay. Looks like the path leads downward rather than forward. This is a really long. I see. They really got my ass. It's so creepy. Don't worry, Anne. MurderofBirds really reliable and really good with a wing glider too. Ah, Paimon knows. You're worried about what might come afterwards, right? Well, don't be. A real adventure is not only filled with challenges, but also with unknowns. The most important thing is to come back from completing those challenges and unknowns in one piece and gaining something in the end as well. Isn't that right? We've come this far. We might as it would be a shame for us to give up. You did say that Princess Lyris would be just up ahead. True. I believe in you, Knight MurderofBirds, and in Paimon. You are wise and powerful, and you are also kind people. And ding ding ding, we have a winner. In that case, let's go. Add Astra Abyssos, as Catherine always says. I was actually thinking that kind of looked like a little spiral abyss there. Look at that. Literally giving spiral abyss right now. All right, here we go. Geronimo. Oh, please don't hurt me. What? Aether? You good, my guy? Oh my God. Okay, we made it. No one's dead. Paimon feels like something should happen right about now. I feel uneasy too, and I've been frightened ever since we came down here. No need to worry. MurderofBirds will protect us no matter what, right? Of course I will. Yes, I believe in the two of you. I just don't know what we will encounter later. Is that a summoning circle in the middle right there? We'll take anything that comes our... Bro, what is this area right here? Still, best to be prepared, MurderofBirds. We might be in for a battle with Narcissus for all we know. This looks like a boss arena. I don't know. Just you know, I'm getting the vibes real quick that this might be, I might be in for a bit of a tussle. This quest is great, by the way. I just want to say I've been thoroughly enjoying. How does this make sense? Even the way you navigate through the quest isn't like easy. It's just like you gotta figure out, interpretate, break down everything from the story and the lore, and then you gotta like break down, interpret, and understand things from like the exploration process, which is really cool. All right, gamers, wish me luck. I don't know who the hell Narcissus is, and defeat the dragon. Whoa! Oh yeah, that's right. It is an Oceanid. They call it Narcissus. Wow. So it is an Oceanid that we're battling after all.
Sharing my knowledge.
Oh, this is so sad.
Get with me.
Who are you, actually? Like, you look like an Oceanid, but if everyone calls you a dragon, who am I to say otherwise? You know what I mean? No, Mori! Mori, get back. Good dog. Oh my God. This is so weird. I'm like fighting my freaking boys. Colonel Kate, no. I'm literally fighting the homies. This is so sad. So happy I didn't have to fight Jack. That would have been really sad. So why did we meet Narcissus in here? Oh, the chest. Pog right behind her. According to what we said before, the tower lost its time and thus stagnated. As such, no one would open it or enter it. But this space is not within the tower. We teleported to a different place from the tower. Huh, that's right. Paimon forgot that happened. But how? No, that can't be true. The princess should be in the tower. I mean, that is the adventurer team's only hope in this dark world. If she isn't, our adventures, their meaning, Al, Peticho, and the others. But we did take out the biggest threat to the kingdom, didn't we? That's a good thing, right? Yes, you're right, Paimon. Thank you. Thank you both. Anyways, the story isn't over. Yep, look over there. There's a place we haven't been to before. Maybe we'll find more clues there. Alrighty. Take that, Narcissus. You're not the first Oceanid I fought, but hopefully you're the last because they've been through enough as it is. All right, let's move on. Oh dear, there's some goodies here. Aged ancient research, rather aged certificate, rather aged notes. Oh boy, oh boy. Time for me to, oh gosh. Oh shit. Am I gonna skidoo into this photo? Hold on. Hide character, zoom in, ultra wide. That's the little house from the trailer, dude. It was like giving Witch's Cabin vibes. Blue skidoo. We can too. Taking a picture of that real quick. We've skidooed into so many things. We skidooed into the freaking Narcissenkreuz Ordo. I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen. Rather aged diary, and last but not least, rather aged records. Okay, you know what? Nahida, just pop a squat right here. You're about to learn a thing or two. Knowledge. Decided to incorporate the Institute for Raising Orphans and the Children of Criminals into the public welfare system, considering the ruins of the previous civilization upon which it is situated. It shall be named. Oh, so are they built on a previous civilization? Rumeria, perhaps? Rumoria? The seat of director was established in honor of the Hydro Archon's great virtue and has been taken on by a gentle-natured Oceanid. The title of vice director is to be taken up by one who displays exceptional moral quality and ability. Was the Oceanid the leader of the Institute? Damn, bro. So wait, so was this an allegory for the Fontaine Research Institute? Like this whole thing? That shit's way too dank. Hold on. Rather aged diary. Linking up with Ingold, Guillotin, and the rest of the old gang will go some way toward solving the dispersion problem. The situation is no place for personal feelings, but what person can lack them completely? I can only hope that they aren't treating my dear son Sponsian too poorly or let it rust in the harbor. And I hope my skills haven't rusted away either. I hope all goes well. I still want to watch the dough rise to the sounds of play outside the window. I still want to watch them grow into fine adults. All right, you have this book over here. That's gonna be fucking goated. All right, let's check out over here. Rather aged notes. Oh man, I wanted to sit in the seat while I did it. 1 serving of flour, 1 of sugar, 1 of melted butter, 2 of eggs, and a large amount of milk with which to make foam. Are you kidding me? What exactly is a large amount? Someone making a cake? Remember it well this time. 15 minutes at 180 degrees is not the same at 5 at 540. Yo, who's baking a cake? That looked like baking ingredients, like cookies or cake or something delicious, some treat. Let them cook. Rather aged certificate. The duty, wait, oh, they have a new name right here. The duty will be taken up by Basil Elton, formal naval commander. May her steely temper be itself tempered by the family she will establish with these children going forward. What's that idiot doing? Well, whatever. Might as well have some fun post-retirement. All right, Basil Elton is a woman and she's taking up an appointment. I feel like I've heard that name, but I would have written it down if I heard it. Oh, you probably know why? Because I wasn't writing notes when I was doing that quest off stream, the potions event. So usually I write notes when I'm on stream, but I usually don't write notes when I'm off stream. Yeah, okay. She was the naval commander, so I guess that makes sense for the ship portion of the potions quests. I was like, it's not in my notes, so, but yeah, okay. Basil Elton. All right, and then sit down, Nahida. You gotta brace yourself. This one's gonna be crazy. I just know it. You can't sit down on these, unfortunate. According to the ancient theater and mysterious research hidden there, we believe that the documents and folklore discovered within Petrichor. So that's a location in Fontaine. We haven't been able to, it's not available yet. I don't know if it ever will be, but we know Petrichor is like a town or something within Fontaine. The research team from Institute of Natural Philosophy holds that. That's all it gave me? Oh man. Petrichor? I don't don't know. I don't know what it's pronounced like. That's how I pronounce it. All right, let's see. Look for clues. Here we go. Read. I don't know if we're gonna read this book so much as we're going to be absorbed by it, like Paimon said. There's a book here too. A picture book, huh? It suits you, Paimon. Well, that's because of Paimon's unique sensibility, you know. Picture books just speak to her better. This book gives me a strange feeling. Let Paimon see. A long, long time ago, in a place far, far away, there was once a beautiful and kind princess named Lyris. And yep, she's our main character. I don't want this name. That's not what you said before. Do you want to read it too, Anne? In that case, Paimon's gonna continue. Oh, come on. It's just a story. There's no need to be so fussy. Anyways, a protagonist needs an antagonist, an evil one at that. And our evil antagonist, well, that's the dragon Narcissus. So evil is he that the peace-loving people trembled at the sound of his name. Not that he cared about their feelings, though. He sowed destruction across the land with the searing flames he spewed from his mouth. His great wings caused cities to dust, and his burning breath reduced nations to ash. At last, only the princess's realm remained safe. But because the princess worked tirelessly to defend her realm, Narcissus's plans to destroy everything could not succeed. So, in Narcissus's story, I'm the evil villain? This is kind of weird. This started like a storybook, but it also feels like it isn't. Murder of Birds, you've got the bigger brain here. You have a look. Yo, don't worry. I'll put my freaking five head to play. Look at that. That's it. Holy moly. Whoa. Did I... That transition. Huh? What? What is... What a beautiful location. I gotta screenshot this. I'm gonna screenshot just this shot right here. Oh, that was such a smooth transition. This place looks so nice. I assume Princess Lyris is in that house then. Take pictures while you can. Oh, okay. So I assume this is a one and done experience. Damn, what a beautiful location. This is the real Annapausis. Ooh. If she no longer dreams of you, Act 3. Holy shit. Huh? Yeah, I know, right? I'm flabbergasted too. Feels like the story we saw in the Institute of Natural Philosophy. That's because it probably is. Paimon doesn't know, but it feels different somehow. Paimon wants to say that the book's contents were really weird, but it's really not much when compared to this, is it? The world should be like this, not like how it is outside. Children should be able to play under the sun and in the grass without fear of hindrance or harm. This place does feel pretty comfy, yeah? Paimon feels way better than she did when we were all adventuring throughout the kingdom. There was no sunlight there at all. One mystery follows another. Never mind that. This place really is nice. It's gotta be Princess Lyris's garden, right? Say, Murder of Birds, when our adventures are over, why don't we find a place like this to live? I don't even know if I'm gonna stay on this planet, Paimon. I don't even know what my fate is at the end of all of this. Who knows if I'll be alive, if you'll be alive? I don't know. Anyways, we can eat tasty fruit, plant lots of sweet flower, and we can visit our friends over. We can invite our friends over as guests. We could all live happily together. What do you say? I would say I already have a Serena teapot, which fulfills those exact same functions, but I'll put a pin in it for now. Huh, that's true. We gotta help Anne find the princess first, don't we? Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? Oh, the girl right there. Oh, that's the girl on the okay, it's the princess then. That's the girl from the statue, or the water statue thing. Sounds like someone is singing over there. Ooh. And after that, Mary Ann's story. Bruh, please explain everything to me. I need answers. This is so confused. Also, chat, is that an Oceanid? Or is that like an Oceanid water clone? Like with Idea, remember? Remember Idea? She had blue hair. When you use elemental sight, she was blue. I mean, she was the Oceanid, but the clones that she made of other... Oh, wait. She made clones of other people that visited Bottle Land but didn't stay there. So this could potentially be like a water memory of Anne, but not actually her, similar to those clones in Bottle Land. Hoyoverse did a really good job setting up Fontaine with a lot of the pre-established set pieces, right? The artifact set in the Girdle of the Sand quests. Bottle Land was all about like setting up the Fontaine stuff like this kind of stuff that I'm referencing now. They did a very, very good job with all of this. And even some of the early shit with Endora, like we're meeting another baby Sealy for the first, another baby Oceanid for the first time too, which is really cool. Yeah, look at this. This is her quaint little home. This is like a perfect environment. She's got water, she's got vegetation, she's got sunlight somehow, question mark. I have no idea how that's possible. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. Can we go inside our house? I know that's a little intrusive. Yeah, I don't think so. Or maybe not right now. Yeah, Teyvat really does have its own rules, bro. Okay. So I'm gonna say if the Oceanid has the memories of Anne and this is a water memory version of her, I don't know what the fuck happened to the real version. Unless she became primordial water and then this Oceanid absorbed her and gained her memories, I have no clue. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? To the great sea without borders, to the place from which all lives flow. Rap Goddess. Hi there. Wow, what a beautiful design. I mean, I feel like I've seen this before. It's just like it's with blue hair, but I just like it. Just looks way better. Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I was just preparing some tea and didn't notice you. Come sit. Snacks will be ready soon. Also, shout out to these Genshin, shout out to these quest transitions. She was making cake. Was that an ingredient? Was that thing for cake? Oh, snacks. Yes, and ours are very good. Ah, but I must say this first. We can only start once the bell rings. It would be quite rude to do. Oh my God. Holy shit. This is the tea party. This is the Alice in Wonderland, you know, happy, merry, unbirthday miss tea party. And we're missing people. Where are you from, by the way? Why? You are a fascinating combination, aren't you? A handsome young man, a small little Oceanid, and your beautiful floating friend. Yeah, we're looking for the Mad Hatter and the rabbit, right? Paimon could be the Mad Hatter. I feel like she went long ago. Paimon's Paimon and he's Murder-of-Birds. And then Anne is just big chillin'. Huh, is it just Paimon or does Anne look unhappy? She might have been remembered of something. Ah, and this Oceanid is our friend, Anne. Wow, this is Mary Ann Guillotin. Oh my, a fine name indeed. In that case, please call me Mary Ann. That's dangerously close to her name. Almost seems like you have a connection. You know, Paimon's sure we've heard that name before. Research. My, what a pleasant surprise. It has been it has been a long time since I've met someone from outside. Where are you from? Well, we're... Actually, Paimon's not sure either. We defeated the fell dragon Narcissus, and now we ended up here somehow. The fell dragon Narcissus, you say? That must have been a frightening foe. Did you think so, Murder-of-Birds? In a matter of speaking, I suppose. My, I've heard that Narcissus has hurt many, and has turned many kingdoms to ash. Defeating him was an impressive feat indeed. So you know him too? Great. We're from the Narcissan Kreutz Kingdom, and we're looking for Princess Lyris. Do you know where we might find her? Princess Lyris, you say? I'm afraid I do not know, but she should be here. It's an allegory! It means more than what's on the surface level. Is that the case, Anne? But I've lived here for a long time, and yet I've never seen any princess. Perhaps she might be somewhere else. Is that so? But before we came here, we read a book about that princess and how she's beautiful and kind and stuff. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with any such person. On the flip side, you, Murder-of-Birds, do quite look like a prince from a distant land. I mean, we could be for all I know. We don't know anything about where we come from. Yeah, I love her hairstyle too. She's got like the little, like the twin braids on both sides along with the short hair. I like that. That's really nice. You hear the sound of a bell. Eh? Is that the bell? Yes, that's the signal for tea time. In the past, the children would throw down their wooden swords the moment they heard this bell, and they would come into the hall to have snacks. I'm surprised Anne's really just like not talking. This really has to do with both of them, I think. One's an Oceanid, one's like a hydro thing, being person. I don't know. They're not here now, but I think it's best to follow the rules all the same. They'd be quite disappointed otherwise, I suspect. Well then, shall we? The children and like her friends and all of that might have actually been all of the hydro mimics that we've seen over the course that we've heard about and even seen, I think, that she's referring to at least, because there's no one here but her. Don't mind if I do. Hooray, snacks! You and Paimon enjoy the snacks together. They are very beautiful, but they are tasteless like pure water. Damn, how are they? Hey, they went right through me. Yeah, they were great, although Paimon doesn't really taste them. Are you on a low sugar diet or something, Marianne? My apologies, Paimon. I just made them as I remember them, so I'm not sure if they'll taste all that good. Oh, don't worry about it. At least Paimon's full now. Well, in that case, let me take you out on a stroll. Holy moly. Okay, follow Marianne. Okay, I just want to embrace the locale of this place. Look at this. This shit is beautiful, dog. I don't even care. All right, let's get the full scope. I want this one. I want this one. Yeah, the sunflowers look amazing. I want one with the sunflowers as well, actually. Do one of these. Aether, look straight. He's blinking every time I take the shot. Is there any other places? Yo, they have a... Is this Seymour's house? Oh, this has to... Okay, this is like, it's official, bro. There's no denying it. Seymour's house, guys. That was her companion. And there's a doghouse here. Seymour, you're in the doghouse now, buddy. Even though you're not here right now, you're here in spirit. Oh, I love this. This is so quaint. This is a flower garden that we've painstakingly taken care of. Lovely, isn't it? I've heard Basil say that caring for children is like caring for a flower. You need good soil, sufficient sunlight, frequent watering, and you can't let them grow however they want. Huh, sounds like this Basil is pretty smart. In fact, we must get rid of the pests from time to time as well. Huh? Actually, Basil sounds pretty dangerous too. Ah, she's very capable indeed. Making snacks, caring for flowers, she can do it all. It would be nice if I could introduce her to you. I have been caring for the flowers here all this time in the hopes that some friends might come and I might show them how they have bloomed, and well, here you are. Well, it's a shame that they aren't in bloom right now though. Well, we just need to water them and they'll be fine. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? To the hall of seaborn foam to watch the sunflowers in bloom. As the drops of water strain the soil on the garden black, the sunflowers spring from the earth, grow quickly and bloom. Yo, that's some time manipulation you got going on here. That shouldn't have been instantaneous. Aren't they beautiful? That was quick. Well, we've been waiting for friends to arrive after all, and with your arrival, they were so excited. All they needed then was a little encouragement, a little rain to get them going. Huh, so that's how it is. Nature really is amazing. I suspect this exceeds the realm of amazing. Do you like them, Anne? They're very beautiful, like gleaming gold. I knew you would. I love them all after all. Sorry, I love them too after all. You're from a very, very far away place, aren't you, Murder of Birds? What sort of flowers bloom there? Describe the flower your sister wears in her hair. You're not from Conria, though. Why are you taking credit? Why are you taking credit from the Intivat? Unless, perhaps, maybe, kind of, sort of, I don't fucking know. For all we know, they could be. That's kind of sus, though. Why would he say that? Ah, those do sound like lovely flowers, but I fear that they'll be hard to find now. Yeah, because the place got nuked. Murder of Birds? Then let us speak of other flowers. I've always been in Fontaine, but I've never gone elsewhere. That said, a friend of mine has been to Sumeru. I heard from him that there are many flowers there that can't be found here. Renee and Jacob went to Sumeru, the girdle of the sands to be precise. Those that grow on cliffs, ones that only open at night, even some that even grow on cacti. And that's when he realized that there were no cacti in Fontaine and had to give me a separate explanation. He was always the serious sort and he was the smartest of us when we were young. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. It must be a little too exciting for me meeting new friends like this. Well then, Paimon, have you seen any special flowers? Mondstadt's dandelions come to mind. Dandelions. Oh, do you have any of these delightful seeds with you? We do, actually. Dandelions, dandelions. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Dandelion seeds can indeed be found on Paimon. Mary Ann happily plants them in the soil. Aw, that's sweet. She's gonna have a little piece of every nation if we can give her all the seeds that we have. Ah, yes. What sort of flower is a dandelion? Huh, Paimon thought you knew. Well, how should I put this? The dandelion flower is made of tiny white flowers, and these white flowers have seeds on them. When the wind blows, these tiny seeds will scatter along with the wind, and they will take root and sprout elsewhere. eventually making new flowers. Cool, huh? Wow, they really are. I didn't know such a flower existed, but I have heard about something similar. Oh, what sort of flower is that? It's not a flower, but it's a story about water. In a certain place, there is a peaceful body of water. Later, with disturbance, there came ripples, and droplets appeared in those ripples. Droplets that had life in them. The life left the water and turned into different forms. And though they were all made of water, gulfs opened between them due to these differences. Each drop of life was very weak, but each was beautiful in its own way. Is she talking about the adventure team, right? Like how they all had ripples amongst each other, right? Due to their differences. Oh man, we have to dismantle the systemic oppression. We have to. The dandelions you spoke of, Paimon, reminded me a lot of that story. A flower that was once united as one would be separated, would bloom, and each piece would become itself. But a single drop of water is weak and will dry up easily. Together, they will be strong, and yet they will no longer be themselves. Is that how it is with dandelions too? Do you think that's a good thing? Paimon doesn't really get it. What do you think? People can unite and yet maintain their personhood, right? It's like they said, they're like, we are of the source. They all came from, the 5 of them came from the same source, and together they were greater than being individual, you know? Can they really? I think I understand where you're coming from, Murder-of-Birds. But what you're talking about sounds like what happened to Al, Pacho, and the others. Yep. To help us, they melded into one, turning into a big bubble. Yes, I still remember. Well, it might be meaningless to say this now. Let's have a little walk. Let's have a little walk again, shall we? Ah, yes. I can take you to see our dog. I didn't see a dog in that house. What are you talking about? Oh my God, look at this place. There's like a water dog version of Seymour here too. Oh my God, this place is fucking gorgeous. All right, I want to see what else is around here. Let me sit right here, actually. I want to get a good seat shot right here. Well, I guess he can't really look at the camera if he's sitting down. I'm going to get one more. Just a funny way to take the picture. Yeah, I really like these. I'm gonna make sure I follow her now, like naturally follow her. I really want to try to get a picture with her. I just don't know if the game will make it easy for me. Hold on, stop moving. You know what? This is the closest I can get. I'm gonna do it, god damn it. This is so awkward. He's just like, ma'am, like stalker energy. Oh man. Okay, can I try? Hold on, let me try. Bro, this is not, Aether's like getting pictures with her when it's like, bro, what are you doing? All right, let's just, yeah, it's kind of weird, not gonna lie. It's the best I can do. Oh, wait. Oh my God, chat, redemption. Let's fucking go. Now I don't have to look like a fucking creepy stalker. I can just take a normal picture with her. Hell yeah, look at that. What a great picture. She can't even take her eyes off me. All right, feed the dog. Oh my God, if Maury pulls up, it says dog in air quotes. Maury, is that you? Oh my God. Wait, was Maury an allegory for Seymour? Oh my God, that's so clever. I completely, no cap, I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of bad about this. I completely forgot about Seymour and that whole allegory with all the characters. Holy shit, I just remembered. Noble sir, it is an honor to receive food from you. A pleasure to see you again as well, Miss Mary Ann. He talks the exact same way. Doggy. Oh, you good doggy. Good doggy? And how do you do, Miss, dear little miss? Well, thanks for being polite and all, but Anne, what's going on? I don't know, but this can't be Maury. He has always kept me company. Does this mean that we've been wrong all along about what dogs were? Damn, Paimon's being gaslit. I doubt it. Water can take any shape and life can choose what form it must take. This, however, has nothing to do with its essence. This is a different matter. Didn't Al say something very similar? Holy shit. It's her brother's words or something. I have heard something similar said, that the body is a prison that constricts evolution. That person was once a child like all the others. We and many others heard him tell many stories about how all life was originally formless like water, and how there were no barriers between souls, thus allowing them to compose an endless story. Many have forsaken their bodies, for if water can be withdrawn from blood, so too can it be drawn out from one another. But if you were to start to sprinkle water on the blackened dust that remains, it will not become blood again. Damn, this shit's way too dank, bro. I remember something, even though I really didn't want to. How much do you remember, Anne? I really like this shot. I'm taking a picture of this. I'm screenshotting this. This is such a beautiful, I like the angle of it. Ah, what a what a good shot. I got such a good shot, guys. Anne and Marianne. Oh, this is so good. I don't know. There's just this flood of feelings and scenes. Happy words and angry ones. I'm not sure. I understand. You go first, all right? And remember, be a good dog. Understood. See you, Miss Marianne. You too, dear guests. Bye, Seymour. Yo, he was running. Oh, this is bad. The number of things that don't make sense just keep going up. If we hadn't seen the dog, Paimon would have forgotten all that stuff already. Didn't we say that we're going to rescue Princess Lyris? That's right. I apologize, but there is no princess here. Only us. Today, we were simply fortunate to receive guests. But this is the end of the path. She has to be here. But Marianne said... So that's gotta mean that one of you is mistaken, right? Do you really want to hear what I have to say? I'll just say, Of course, you've got the bigger brain here, don't you? Paimon, all we experienced so far was just a story. Didn't we team up with the Narcissus Kreutz adventure team to defeat Narcissus's henchmen? Wasn't that real? Think about it for a minute, Paimon. Is this even a Narcissus Kreutz kingdom among the 7 nations? I mean, probably not anymore. Yo, Traveler actually getting to rub 2 brain cells together. Let's go. Huh, you're right. Paimon didn't think of that. So the adventurer team, Al, Peticho, Colonel Kate, Jack, Maury, and the 2 of us and our adventures, they were all just characters in a story? No, that can't be. Paimon can't accept that. Didn't we encounter all sorts of stuff after going through the portal in the tower? There's a lot of stuff that wouldn't fit if it was just a story. You know, like how there was no Holy Blade mentioned at the start and how the sealed tower still had monsters and bubble formations in it. Paimon, I think I understand what Murder of Birds is trying to say. So all the things that happened after we ascended the tower were things outside of the realm of the story. Is that right? More accurately, those parts of the story have not yet been written. Oh, what a shot, man. God damn. Oh, I need another picture, guys. I'm sorry. This is just too good. Holyoverse, I am so jealous of Honkai Star Rail that they can get rid of their HUD to take perfect pictures. I'm crying right now. I wish Genshin had that. I think I would actually restart the game. I would start like a free-to-play account if they implemented that feature and just do it for all of the already established content that's like permanent. So the Holy Blade, Narcissus, they were still inside the story. It's just that they had not been arranged correctly yet. Paimon still finds it hard to believe anyone would create such a huge building just for a story. I believe the structure already existed. Oh, is the house representative of the structure? It was just used as the setting for the story. So that means that the things I recalled along the way were just things that happened here before, and I'm just a character in the story. You're not merely a character. The fact that you can think about this means that you can remember it. But if that's the case, who is Anne? Oh my God, are we gonna get it? I am Anne. I must rescue Princess Lyris. All right, Murder of Birds, Paimon, and dearest Anne, our time is up. I've enjoyed our time together, but I'm afraid it is time for you to leave. Why did you have to say it was fiction if you already knew? Spare a thought for Anne's feelings, at least. What the hell just happened? Your vision blurs and you feel weightless as the temperature of the once warm air plunges rapidly. Oh, shit. Oh, no! Ah, damn. We just got big booted out of here. God damn it. Huh? What happened? Oh, did she know when she was trying to preserve the fantastical fairy tale illusion? Shh. There's no need to say anything, Anne. I once heard my best friend tell a story about a beautiful princess trapped in a high tower. Before you arrived, I had a dream. I dreamed that I was a small, brave Oceanid, and we set out. They're linked! They're one and the same! Is the Oceanid like her physical manifestation? Is that like what's left of her? Oh my God, this is way too dank, bro. We have to set out to save the princess. And perhaps there are princesses in this world and dragons too. But I also know that the world's affairs are rarely this simple. Why would a dragon be concerned with a princess after all? After waking up, I would find this dream laughable, yet nostalgic every time I thought about it. Do you remember now, Anne? No, there has to be some other way. If I can't save Princess Lyris, then what of my birth? My only wish? Do they have no meaning? Don't say that, Anne. Your birth was a beautiful accident. As things stand, I can only wish for you to live on for your own sake. Go, see the world, and see how it has changed these past years. I wish for you to have your own soul, memories, personality, and wishes. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I don't know what occurred with the real Marianne 400 years ago with the whole situation with her brother, Renee, Seymour, the explosion, Alenus, etc., etc. But I assume something happened to Marianne, and I don't know if this was a means of preserving her, if she did end up dying. She said her birth was a beautiful accident, and I assume that explosion was an accident, right? The Melazine are also a beautiful accident. They were created as from a byproduct of conflict, and I can only assume that Anne was present during that explosion because Seymour was injured. So it seems like the remains of Marianne exists through this Oceanid, through her memories, and then this version of her is like, I don't know what this version of her is. It's like her, but it's not her. It's almost like this version of Marianne is who she used to be, and then she transcended, and now Anne is who she is now. She's not exactly the same, but she's different enough to be her own person. I just don't understand how that materialized here. I wish for you to be the master of your own fate and to experience all the beauty of the real world. Can you do that for me? And so she's basically telling a part of herself to live her own life and to not focus on, I guess, the past of who she used to be and all this other stuff. It was a pleasure to meet you, MurderofBirds, Paimon, and it was a pleasure to meet you too, Anne. But the Annapausis is our tomb. I do not wish for you to linger here. Holy shit, that's heavy. Marianne, why are you saying that? We can find a way to help you, can't we? I sense that you are good-hearted and powerful indeed. Thank you, Paimon, MurderofBirds. Yo, I sense that you are good-hearted and powerful indeed. Is she responding to Paimon there? This is sad, though. I'm just someone who sometimes enjoys dreaming of lovely adventures and wonderful futures. But I know what happened in the past. I already know that there's no going back. In the real world, everything has already ended, so this is farewell. So in a way, this is kind of like, this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Eternal Oasis. It's like a little pocket dimension where everything is nice and everything is perfect and beautiful, and there's tea time and there's dogs and there's Kate and there's good vibes because she's gone in the real world. So this version of her is all that there's left, and it's remaining in stasis. And then whatever this Oceanid Anne is must have somehow been a byproduct of that explosion, similar to how the Melazine were a byproduct of that explosion as well. I just don't know how it occurred exactly for it to work out the way it did, you know? Oh no! Yep, and this is where we leave. Oh man. No! I don't want to leave! No! Traveler, grab onto something! What do you mean go with the flow? What kind of description? Get out of here with that. I am so sad. I'm so glad I at least took those pictures. Damn, the game is really like, get the hell out of here and don't ever come back. Oh, man. Holy shit, dude. This was Marianne's story, bro. And we also we left. Everything's gone. Everyone's gone. I'm sorry, Night MurderofBirds, Paimon. I had already started to feel that something was off earlier in the adventure. As you led me off the story's track, I started to understand and recall some things. But I still want to rescue Princess Lyris, air quotes. This is the reason for which I was born. I want to save her and bring this story to a happy ending. So in a way, she wants to save herself, that perpetual existence. I mean, I don't even know who she is. I only know that she is a gentle, lovely princess trapped due to Narcissus's invasion. Don't worry, Anne. At least we had fun while traveling with the adventure team, right? MurderofBirds, did you know that things would turn out this way? No, I thought we could help Anne. Well, if that's the case, we can still help Anne. Paimon didn't understand anything Marianne said there at the end. Did you, Anne? I did, sort of. I can sense that she was speaking of something terrible that happened in the past. Well, Paimon feels that that's unfair. Not just for you, Anne, but for us too. That's why we've got to find out what happened, at least. If we do, we can come up with some sort of plan. Whether it be saving the princess or figuring out what Marianne said or whatever. We just want to help you, Anne. Isn't that right, MurderofBirds? This story isn't over. Okay. Still, if this is all a story, then there's one thing Paimon doesn't get. What role did we play? We are, I don't know, we're just the anomaly. We're like the third party protagonist. We're the third party observers. We're the witness. I can't be sure, but I think we're most likely undefined factors. Didn't Jacob say something like that to us? And that's why we can bring this story to an end. Paimon gets it. So that's why Anne found us and brought us into the story. Interesting. Yeah, because things would have stayed within the loop of the story because every character has a role to play and you can't break from that role if you're like stuck on this storyline fixed path. But then here we come, an anomaly, a variable to the story, and we're able to make change. And I think that's honestly the Traveler's effect on the world of Teyvat in general. It seems like everything is on like a specific path, and then the Traveler comes and literally is changing the world every time he interacts with characters or changes things in the world for the better, like you know, like the Harvest Talk, you know, like the Marana or anything like that. You may not have thought of it, Anne, but since we've been able to knock this story off course, that means that we've opened all sorts of unknown possibilities. Isn't that right? You could say that. Thank you, Night Murder of Birds. Thank you, Paimon. That's why we also need your help, Anne. And since we need to continue our adventure, well, can you think of anything that could help us figure out what to do next? Let me see. Let me think. Yo, we should go back to Seymour and be like, Seymour, we found Marianne and he's underwater. Yeah, right here. My memories contain a place known as Narcissus Ordo. This place appears to have very deep connections to past events. Let's fucking go. Huh, you know, Paimon just realized that this name has something to do with the kingdom and adventure team in Anne's story. So that's it. Shock, gas. Do you know of the Narcissus Ordo? Yep, and we also met some people who are very connected to it. That might be able to help us. In any case, let's fucking go! Hell yeah, dude. Anne in Wonderland. Holy moly. They connected that shit so well. Also, little secret pineapple slice over here. Make sure you guys get that. I'm assuming that's the music of the real Annapausis. Wow, this whole place just flooded. Yeah, we're definitely going to Seymour. I gotta get out of here first, but my goodness. Now this is all gonna come together. Seymour is gonna be like, rational deductions concluded, and like Anne's gonna be like, I remember this as well. And then the Traveler's gonna be like, I'm just here for the ride. I'm just trying to do my part. Oh wow, was this always here? Was this underwater area always here? I don't know. That seems very convenient. Also 91% here and then 90% here. So we're closing up on 100% completion for Fontaine, which is very exciting. Oh, it was a wall before. Okay. All right. Not bad. Okay, we're gonna go back to the underwater location. There is something at the fountain, apparently, that Chad is telling me. So we're gonna check this out real quick. And then I'll just clean up any collectibles and collectathoning off stream between next stream and this one. Because we did jump up quite a bit in terms of exploration. Oh, right here, a story. Aww. Bro, I wasn't expecting all this shit that went down. We just lost a bunch of homies and we got kicked out of one of the most aesthetically pleasing locations in the game. Oh, okay, so this is partially the story that we read before we jumped into the book. Okay, so I think I can read up to a certain point. This is the continuation of that story before we jumped into the storybook. So in Narcissus' story, I'm the evil villain. Oh, that could be the case. Were he the one telling the story? Something like, and my plans would have succeeded if it wasn't for the blasted Princess Lyris or something like that. Ah, no, I told you that it's just a story, right? Princess Lyris is just a character. She's made up. You're you and you're real. Don't be mixed up, okay? I don't get it. Oh, be patient. Stop cutting me off. Just let me finish the story first, all right? Now, where were we? Oh, I almost forgot. Our protagonists need assistance. Princess Lyris, kind and beautiful as she is, must surely have tons of friends who are willing to lend a helping hand. Let me see. Princess Lyris has a whole bunch of brave and loyal friends like Al and Nay. I feel like her brother's telling her this story. I feel like this is like a story that Al would have told like Marianne growing up or something, or like when they're kids. So it's like, and she's Princess Lyris. Like, so he based the story off of her. Like he made a character after her and she was Princess Lyris. And she had great friends like Al, Elaine, and Nay, which I assume is Hold on. You know how his name is Nay? Renee? Is that actually Renee, dude? Is this a story of Al, Renee, and Anne? Bruh. Oh my god. I can't believe it took me rereading this to realize that. Wait a minute. They said that Nay was dissolved. Wait, did Renee get dissolved into the primordial waters? Because they said that Nay dissolved into the water during the quest, but this is all just a fairy tale story based on real people. So like, what the fuck? And that would make sense because him and Jacob were fucking around in the past. And then Vache got a hold of Jacob's research, which was on the primordial sea, which would add up. Oh my god. Oh boy. All right. I don't know what happens to you when you become primordial water. I don't know if he's dead, or I don't know if he's like transcended or something. Jacob's still like, oh my god, that's huge. Okay, this can't be. Come on, it's just a story. Anything is possible. In our version, Al and Nay are both friends with Lyris. Yeah. Ah, yes. What was Lyris's other friend's name again? The little guy with flaxen hair. He's not my friend. But Princess Lyris can be friends with him, right? I want to be friends with him too. So let's let him come along, shall we? What's his name again? All right, let's call him Kate. Ah, then Colonel Kate it is. Is that supposed to be Carter? Maybe? Right? Because the Kate, Carter, that's kind of similar. I just don't know who that is she's referring to. Let me write that down. Kate is Carter. Petitcho. I don't know who Petitcho is then. If Marianne is Princess Lyris, that could have just been somebody else in the story we haven't seen yet. Nay is Renee. Maury is Seymour. Elaine. Al is Elaine. I don't know who Jack is. Oh, Jake might be Jacob, which is kind of annoying. Petitcho is Al's sister. Yeah, that's true. But like, I thought he was also basing her off the princess in this story. I just called Jacob based. God damn it. Oh man, I don't know, dude. I don't know. This version of Jacob is pretty base, but or Jack is based. Okay, they're two different entities. Okay, even Marianne said so. So fuck Jacob. All right, get that shit out of my house. Is Petitcho, is she like multiple versions? Like, can she be based on more than one person? I don't know who Narcissus is either. That could be the Narcissenkreuz Ordo, maybe? Because that's what all of this is centered around, right? So it's like the establishment as a whole is just the bad guy. All right, let's see. Then Colonel Kate it is. I mean, he's always got that cool and aloof feel to him. He's always buried in books, so a rank like that really suits him. Well, there we have it. We've assembled all the characters for the story. The fearsome dragon Narcissus sought to destroy every kingdom upon the land, while Princess Lyris's realm stood strong and unassailable under the protection of her and her trusty friends. Yeah, I get it. And just like in those stories, the princess and her friends lived happily ever after, forever and ever. That's how stories end. Well, we've only just begun. We haven't even reached the exciting part yet. Exciting parts? Of course. After all, why would Narcissus want to destroy everything? And how would Lyris protect everyone? Aren't you at least a bit curious about that? Knowing the ending is good enough, isn't it? Well, it wouldn't be much fun, would it? The ending may seem alike, but the twists and turns in each story set them apart. Just like our story. The lonely Narcissus converted Lyris's treasure and envied her beauty and kindness, for they were what the dragon once possessed but long lost. As for the treasure that Lyris possesses, let's just say that it's time. I'm trying to figure out. The lonely Narcissus coveted, I said converted, coveted. The lonely Narcissus coveted Lyris's treasure and envied her beauty and kindness, for they were what the dragon once possessed but later lost. I remember during the Virgil quest, we were reading some diaries, and there was a the thing that was annoying was that not all of them were penned, so you couldn't tell who was writing it, but there was notes of someone that was like pining for Anne and was like, oh, I can't wait to see her. I can't wait to hang out with her. So somebody wanted her, or wanted her. I guess her treasures could just be like her personality, her, like the energy she brings. Like someone wanted to be with her maybe, or loved her maybe. Envied her beauty and kindness though. That's a little odd. I just don't know what that refers to. As for the treasure that Princess Lyris possessed, let's just call it time. So they coveted Lyris's treasure, and the treasure that she possessed was time. So the way I interpreted that is someone wanted Lyris's time. Somebody wanted Marianne's time, and they never got it. Again, that kind of sounds like unrequited love, potentially. Yeah, that's if Anne is Lyris. That's what this whole theory like hinges on. It hinges on the fact that that is her. So take what I say with that in consideration. All right, let's see. That's right. Al once told me, as I recall, that clocks are proof that people want to hold time in their hands. And Nay said that time always seems to be running out. Yep. And Lyris has been lonely. And Lyris has been lonely for a very long time, hasn't she? She has her friends. If she could if she could share her time with them, then she would be happy. So let's say Narcissus failed to invade Lyris's realm, for she had shared all of the time with her friends. So when they fought him, they had more time on their side. That's why the dragon was no match for Lyris's friends. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out the Narcissus identity. And Lyris too, because it feels weird that Peticho and Princess Lyris would both be Anne. So unless there's like another party that I'm not understanding, you know? And I still have the esoteric Book of Revelations that could give me new information going into this. So I'm not going to think too heavily on trying to crack this one. So this is basically saying if you spend time with your friends, the power of friendship will defeat dragons. The long and short of it. Think about it, Lyris. If we have time, wouldn't we be able to do more things? For example, Al could strike Narcissus 3 or 4 more times. He'd be way stronger with more time. Yep, so that's how we're doing it. Following this, Lyris's friends made use of the time she had shared with them to thwart Narcissus again and again. However, the cunning dragon discovered their secret. Like a patient viper, he kept sending his armies to attack, depleting Lyris's time. Thus did Princess Lyris sacrifice much to protect the kingdom and help her win their battles. Another thing too is that Anne was also like a spy, right? She was a spy for the Marchasi Phantom when she was investigating the Narcissan Kreutz Ordo. So that her being a spy and being kind of like a double agent kind of thing almost would imply that she has another identity. So that's the only thing that I can think of that would make up for her being two references. She's a reference to Peticho from her brother's perspective, and then she's Princess Lyris from like the military, secret police military force perspective. That's another thing too. However, the cunning dragon discovered their secret. Like a patient viper, he kept sending his armies to attack, depleting Lyris's time. Thus did Lyris sacrifice much to protect the kingdom and help her friends win their battles. Over time, she forgot about her friends because she had given away her past. She no longer laughed and played with her friends as she had given away her time in the present. One day, finally, the once cheerful spring waters fell silent and gloom filled the skies with Narcissus's coming. His wings spread wide. Despite the valiant effort of Lyris's friends in battle, the dragon was unstoppable, for he had no more time to share with them. The dragon soon arrived before the palace. In the final moments, Lyris gathered her friends, whose names she had no longer remembered, around her and entrusted them with the most precious thing in the world. It was a pure drop of water. Yes, as pure as you are. She said, "This is my future. Take it with you." She said, "Even if I and the kingdom become subject of Narcissus, it shall not matter, for my future shall lie with you." Then she made them a promise. "Even if we have lost our shared past and present, as long as we hold on to the future, the time will come again when we shall reunite and the kingdom shall shine again once more." At that moment, the dragon's armies blew down the castle gates open with cannon fire. Lyris urged her friends to flee, which they did only after tearful hesitation. Now having lost her future, Princess Lyris, along with the tower she lived in, fell into a stagnant slumber, devoid of dreams. Wow, so that kind of established Anne died, I would say. It's also interesting that Narcissus is known as a felled dragon because that was basically Elenus. Elenus was like an abyssal dragon that came through, caused a whole bunch of bullshit, and terrorized the place, unbeknownst to them, of course, and then died. And then like that explosion happened with the people that were there. So yeah, I just think it's really interesting that there's a lot of like parallels and like connections you can make, even if they're not right. I just think like interpreting things differently is really interesting, because when I see dragon and they're talking about Narcissus, I keep thinking of like, oh, there's like a dragon corpse in Fontaine. So I wonder if that's connected in any way. But yeah, it seems like, it feels to me like this situation that just happened, cannon fire, explosions, hesitation, and then death, it almost kind of confirms that Marianne died in some way. And the only situation I can think about that was that explosion that happened between the Ordo and the police force that she was on, and like Seymour getting damaged and all of that. But let's see. So fell the last remaining kingdom of light. Lyris's friends hid in the darkness and endured hardships for a long time, yet they remained united, bound together by the future the princess had promised them. Well, how did you find the story now? I don't understand. The past, the present, and the future? We have no future after such a disaster. You see, Al is working hard to assist Lord Newville to secure our future. And aren't you, Nay, and Jack all striving together to create one? Together, that's how we've created so much of our past, right? So that's like Nouvellette. Now we are united in the present. We can surely be together in the future too. We'll share the burden of many sorrows and create many joyful moments too. Yep, I remember. So about the story then. What happened to the princess? We'll have to save that for another story. I'm running short on time. Need to head back with that silly dog of mine. I'll share the rest with you next time. Elaine created Seymour for Marianne. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. All right. How about I come up with the beginning and you can tell the rest next time? Ahem. Let me think. A long, long time ago in the future, in a place far, far away, there was once a dark emperor ruled by a fell dragon, Narcissus. The princess he once yearned for had, together with the high tower which she lived, plunged into a stagnant slumber devoid of dreams, thus remaining untouched by the evil dragon. This enraged Narcissus, so he sent out countless minions to scour the empire for her treasure. He also set up many defense mechanisms using his baleful sorceries and prevented those on the side of justice from resisting him. He swore that he would reclaim the princess's treasure and awaken her, for only then could he claim her wholly for his own. There was a group of heroes who protected the treasure that the princess had entrusted to them, a clear, bright pearl of water. One day, a tiny life was born from this pearl of water. And what shall we call this life? What a pain. If I had known that this is how the story might go, I would have used your name here. Any ideas? Anne was the new character introduced in the story. He says I would have used your name here, so she just was like, let me just use half of my name, right? Just keep the Mary part out. Damn, dude. I'm still trying to figure out who the dragon is. So the dragon was originally someone that was lonely and coveted Princess Lyris's treasure, which was her time. And like, as of right now, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, could it have been someone that they knew that just changed up, right? Because Renee and Jacob were doing some pretty sussy shit, and so I feel like they could have easily just become like look at Jacob, for example. Jacob's just like, bro, I'm on my own, I'm doing my thing. I doubt everyone was on board with whatever him and Renee were doing. So in my head, I'm thinking, was Narcissus like a group? Was it an organization, or was it a person? We still have to read the artifact sets and everything else that kind of ties into that as well. So at least for right now, I think what I'm gonna do for this section, I'm gonna pair this reading with the artifact reading when this goes on YouTube, but I'm just gonna read the artifact set in the next stream because it's kind of late. I don't want to be reading like forever. That's, you know, the artifact reading is just like a lot more like speculation and theory crafting. So I think I'll do that in the next stream, just to kind of get all of my stuff together. So I think for right now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pivot back and we're gonna go back to the Narcissenkreuz Ordo and meet up with Seymour and hopefully be able to put all this shit together. Blue's gonna do. We can too. Unfinished story. Talk to Anne. Okay, that sword is definitely the holy blade of Narcissus, though. It's got to be a reference to it. Also, why is the clock ticking? What is happening? That thing moved again. It moved initially with Seymour. Here we are, the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. I remember this place. I know it. This is indeed the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Yo, Shin Dizzle, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right? We found this place previously as well. It's just like what happened with the book and the Annapausis. That's right. We read and poof, we show up in a totally different spot. Makes this place something like a secret base, doesn't it? We don't even know where it is either. Are you feeling more calm now, Anne? Yes, much better. Thank you. Or should I drop that title? It was all fake after all. Don't say that, Anne. On the contrary, your stories has only just begun. Aw. Oh, I like our story. I like that too. Yeah, our story has only just begun. MurderofBirds is right, you know. We still got a whole bunch of adventures waiting up ahead for us. And how shall one proceed in peace of mind without a reliable knight at hand? Oh, lovely maiden. Come on, Paimon's just trying to encourage Anne. You're quite the knight yourself, Paimon. You're positive and you've got a good heart. It makes me truly happy. Oh, come on. Why are you getting so serious all of a sudden? You're just less powerful than Knight MurderofBirds, that's all. Everyone's got things they're good at. MurderofBirds has got a good brain and sword arm, and Paimon is a powerful giver of nicknames. There you go. Yeah, that's Paimon, a gifted speaker indeed. Yeah, we take those. But that aside, didn't you say before that the Narcissenkreuz Ordo has deep links with the past, Anne? That's why we came here in the first place. Yes, however, my head's still a complete mess. Damn. Your head's a complete mess. Seymour's rebooting his like freaking old memory banks. No one's got the answers yet. That's true. Paimon knows. Let's put what we've discovered together real quick. When we were exploring the Annapausis. Oh boy, Paimon's head's a mess too. Any ideas? Oh shit. Let's discuss Princess Lyris. I suspect that she was only ever a character in the story. In that tale, we needed to save her and defeat the fell dragon Narcissus. That was her original wish / purpose. All stories must have their origins. Speaking of that, Anne, we've heard you mention a place called the Narcissenkreuz Institute before. So if we go with MurderofBirds' logic, the Narcissenkreuz Kingdom and the adventurer team might have their stories' origins in the Institute and the Ordo, right? Yes, that is possible. Any other thought? Yep. So the Kingdom was the Institute, and some of the members were part of the Institute, others a part of the Ordo, but you couldn't really tell, I guess. Let's discuss Anne. Right. Paimon's been thinking about that too. Mary Ann said that your birth was a beautiful accident. What does that mean? I think it might simply be that my birth was a coincidence. Just as she said, I am someone she dreamed of. The form she took in the dream. The things we experienced together were also part of the tale in the dream. If I hadn't been with you, that dream might never have ended. Or perhaps it might have ended and I might have disappeared with a happily ever after. I can't be sure. That is true. Not that Paimon gets it. This means that Mary Ann is also an Oceanid. And Anne was created from Mary Ann. That's what I believe as well. But if that's the case, the thing I remember during our journey should have been her memories, or so I think. Your knowledge and experience cannot exceed that of the main body. And I'm just thinking, like, how the fuck is she an Oceanid now? Did the explosion really have that much like energy and like crazy unforeseen powers to do that? I mean, it created the Melazine, right? But like, I don't know. Anything is possible, I guess. I just thought that it was like, I thought it was just like a force of will, but I guess there had to have been something more. I think the only thing I said she wasn't was an Oceanid. Well, I did say that when I looked at her in the elemental site, but I thought of her as like a memory of who she used to be, kind of like the water clones of the Bottle Land, you know? Your knowledge and experience cannot exceed that of the main body. But when you met her, you also became your own entity without a main body to restrict and control you. So become the master of your own fate. Her last words to me. Oh, okay. Paimon gets it now. So that means that Peticho, Al, and the others are creations just like you, right? I believe that to be the case, yes. In that case, who was Mary Ann really? This name is very familiar to me, but I cannot recall why. It's like some part of my body has been frozen. How convenient! Let's discuss the Narcissus. You know, before I go any further, you know what this kind of reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of like Kazari. Like if you read Kitsune Saigu's like weapon and artifact lore, it talks about like her final moments before dying to the abyss and how she like manifested herself that she would come back, like beyond the darkness, beyond the abyss. And that wish, which is what it said in the beginning, it said like this was her original wish / purpose, manifested itself in Kazari, like a being of her past memories that was still like affected by the filth. But it was like a part of herself came back. And so like a part of Mary Ann came back as well in the form of an Oceanid, though. It's a little different. But, and that could also be tied into like leyline business. But this one is a little different because whatever that explosion was, that may have been the supernatural force that allowed this to happen versus the ley lines may have been involved with Kazari. So it took more than just them wishing and hoping they'd come back. It was another outside force that made it possible. Let's discuss the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. All right, please. All right, I now have a lot of thoughts on the matter, memories and emotions. When those two children brought me here, it was a lovely place. Everything was nice and shiny, just like before. They were vibrant and excited, like the sunlight shining in the waters. They told me that this was our home, this was our new home, and that they'd brought many new friends, that everything could be like they were before. but later they changed. Some things stopped being the same, and the people here changed too. Though the Narcissus Institute of old did not have sunlight, it was very warm. Yet this place grew colder and colder. And then she can't remember. Anne looks like she's in pain. Can you recall anything else? I'm sorry, Night Murder of Birds. As for the rest, each time I try to recall, I grow very frightened and very sad. This is the best I can do for now. So it seems like the old institute like went under or something, right? That old institute, I think, of philosophy, or even the research institute. And then like they brought a bunch of people, recruited a bunch of people here. And then this is where things got a little shaky with the abyssal experiments and like the researching all of the other nations' technologies. And I think Jacob and Renee were spearheading that. And so by them changing and getting into more darker territories, and Jacob fucking becoming a part of the abyss himself, and Renee seemingly fucking baptizing himself in the freaking in the primordial waters. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do, but they were trying to like not ascend, but it's like when you're fucking around with the abyss and the primordial waters, I'm just wondering like what's your goal? Like what's your purpose? Like what are you trying to do? And so I'm curious if like them kind of twisting, going from experimenting with like energy crisis solutions and stuff like that, and now they're getting into more of these like human experiments, like with what happened with Carter. I feel like that was where she was like, okay, like that's where she drew the line. And so I really do think that Narcissus may have been like this part of the Ordo. I can sense that many terrible things happened here. I can sense many emotions, rage, terror, but also hope, trust, and admiration. But all of them make me feel a strange sort of pain. Like there are all sorts of shards or impurities embedded in my body. I don't want to. I can't. All right. Leave that aside first. There's no need to force it. The more you try to force yourself to remember, the less you'll be able to remember. It feels like we've got our hands on some new clues. Actually, I've recalled something else. I've seen terrifying sights. The primordial waters, the amniotic fluid of the world, and its placenta, devoured to the last. The world fell into utter darkness. Never again would the cool spring water flow. What was that? I love how she's like, I just remembered something. And it's like the most like groundbreaking thing. Wait, that sounds like a prophecy kinda. The primordial waters, I don't know, the amniotic fluid of the world and its placenta, like what the fuck? Like the birthing of all things, the world, the cosmos, the darkness, the abyss. Bro, I swear to God, that clock above is ticking down. It's I feel like it has something to do with the prophecy, which is a part of the overarching Archon quest that's going on right now. I saw that once, or perhaps I saw that in the future. Wait a second, what are you talking about? The past or the future? I don't know. Sorry, and thank you, Night Murder of Birds, Paimon. Come on, it's fine. We said that we were gonna help you. Another thing that I'm kind of unsure of is, despite the fact that we've done 3 world quests so far, I don't really know about the events of Fontaine's Cataclysm. Unless that was like peering into it, that may have been a premonition of the past, or maybe history repeating itself and it's gonna happen again. But like, I'm surprised that we haven't learned much about what happened 500 years ago in Fontaine while the other nations were going through shit. This seems so like, I'm a little confused as to like, did all of this stuff really take place before the Cataclysm, or was the Cataclysm a factor in any of this stuff happening? You know what I mean? I truly am happy that the 2 of you were the first 2 friends I met since I became me. For that, you have my thanks. God, why are you 2 being so formal? Isn't being friends something that just, you know, happens? When you call out to us and ask us for help, Anne, this is a moment Paimon thought. That's right, you're our friend and we're gonna help you. Thank you so much, Paimon. Don't be like that, Anne. If you really want to thank us, then keep your chin up and keep those spirits high. Yes, you're exactly right, Paimon. Besides, I have your help. I shouldn't waste it by standing still. I need to recall more and tell you all about it. Not that you have to push yourself too hard to recall that past. There is a chance that I might be able to think of some lovely things. If I do, you'll be the first to know. Oh, shit! Seymour! My boy Seymour's back. Mr. Murder of Birds, Miss Paimon, I detect an Oceanid's biological signature. Gah, you finally woke up. Negative. My various previous clockwork cycles were spent collating fragmented data and searching for useful information. Oh yes, let Paimon introduce you. This is Anne, an Oceanid and a friend of ours. Anne, this is... I know, you're the silly dog, Seymour. Oh, is that like she's remembering? I lack the relevant data. I do not believe believe that we've had the honor of meeting, Oceanid Anne. I've never met you before either, but I was sure that for a moment, from the moment I saw you, you must be Seymour. What's going on here? This must be... No, I don't know either. I feel strange. Regular schedule space collation may decrease the frequency of such issues efficiently. Anyways, let us bring you up to speed. So everyone's just trying to remember shit, which is interesting. So Seymour is searching for Marianne. No wonder that name felt familiar. I hate how stupid these characters are sometimes. I'm like, how do you forget that? We just did that quest. No wonder that name felt familiar. The person Seymour mentioned and is looking for is also named Marianne. Note. Okay, Seymour is just going through it right now. Paimon's had it with you, you silly dog. According to what Seymour said before, they can't be the same Marianne, right? The timing. Based on your statements, may I deduce that you had met someone named Marianne in the past, or perhaps read or heard about such a person from sources apart from myself? Well, that was her name, that's for sure. You know what? Let's do it like this. Can we call the Marianne and the Annapausis Marianne 1? And the one we're looking for, Seymour can call Marianne 2? Negative. The Miss Marianne I am looking for is of a higher sequential priority. To prevent confusion, she should be Marianne 1 instead. Oh my god. Why don't you look at it this way, Seymour? 2 is bigger than 1. Doesn't that make it pretty good too? Your claim, sorting data fragment. Looks like he stopped functioning again. Silly dog. I don't know why, but I suddenly felt compelled to do that. Preliminary data fragment sorting complete. For the following 15 reasons, Oceanid Anne, I assess that your perspective is illogical. Firstly, all right, that stuff doesn't matter. Come, good doggy, sit. Understood. Yo, she still got it. She still got it, boys. Sit, boy. If you sit, we'll be able to improve photo taking stability, right? Yes. Do you need to take a photo, Oceanid Anne? I am equipped with the most advanced optics from the Fontaine Institute of Natural Philosophy. I can. Oh, there's no need, but thank you. Understood. Master and man's best friend reunited once again. You love to see it. Wow, Seymour's getting played left and right over here. Do you want to go to the Annapausis, Seymour? Yeah, that way you can meet that Marianne and see if she's the one you're looking for or not. What you say makes sense, Paimon. Can we go back there? Affirmative. A reasonable suggestion. Well then, let's go. Actually, Night Murder of Birds, Paimon, I don't think that we'll need to trouble you this time. I can show Seymour the way. Oh, are you sure? Are you sure you'll be fine? Yes, I know Seymour's really very reliable. Okay, we'll meet back later, all right? Oh man, the squad broke up. It's so quiet and lonely in here without the squad. What I was gonna say was like, it's interesting. We're kind of like getting the old gang back together, you know? We found Seymour, then we found Anne. But if it's just about them two, then that's fine that we just found them. But I'm like, is there a chance that we get like a version of Al back, a version of Renee back? You know what I mean? Cause like, it's like they died and so much time has passed, but they're now coming back. I don't know about Jacob. Jacob still can come back into the fold, not to like join us, but to like oppose us maybe, because we never took care of, like he got away. So I'm just like, damn, bro. And he's also talking about like this world formula and like this whole situation that he's trying to like prepare for. He's trying to resurrect Elenus as well. And I'm like, he's freaking drinking blood in the dark caves of the abyss by himself. And I'm like, dude, you're weird. I don't know. But yeah, that gave a lot of interesting information. And I just wonder, right, because Jacob's also alive. A version of On has survived. Seymour survived. So it's just about Elaine and Renee, I think, are like the missing links as of right now. And so it would be kind of cool if they continue this quest line in 4.1, 4.2, however long it takes, to give us more context and to kind of extend the stuff that's going on right now. But overall, super fascinating. I feel like I really used a lot of like my brain power to kind of figure and put 2 and 2 together and try to make as many parallels and connections. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to make every perfect connection. I'm going to forget some things. I'm going to misremember some things. I'm going to mix some things up. But overall, I just think it's a testament to there's a lot of shit to remember. You know what I mean? Like, even for me. And so learning about all of this stuff on the fly, bro, my ass took so many fucking notes. It's not even funny. Like, it was just really fun. It's just really exciting to just try to figure out the story before it's told to us. And then when it's told to us, I get to look back and be like, ooh, I was ahead of the curve here, I got that wrong, but that was misinterpreted, and it's still exciting and surprising for me to figure out what actually is happening, you know? But I think that's everything. I don't know if we can go and actually find where and find where Anne and Seymour are actually at. Like, I don't, like, similarly, like when he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Ordo, and I was like, let me go there and see if he's actually there, and then he was there. I'm like, I'm kind of curious if we'll actually be able to, like, see them sleuthing about in certain areas, but we'll see. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. That is everything for now. The next quest that I think I'm gonna tackle for Genshin is gonna be on Sunday. It's going to be, I believe, the Esoteric Book of Revelations. I have a few things that I'm gonna be reading during that stream, and I think I'm gonna try tackling some of the Melazine side content that some people think would be interesting for me to cover on stream. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll see. So there's gonna be a lot of reading in the next stream. I know there was a lot of reading here too. Thank you guys all so much for watching the stream. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video for YouTube, the stream for Twitch, and everything else in between. I hope you guys have a good weekend, for those of you who are live in the chat, and I will be live for Star Rail tomorrow and the next day, so hopefully I'll still see some of you guys in the meantime. But this is a great quest, gave me a lot of cool things to think about and connect with current theories and things that I understand regarding the past of Fontaine and the characters in question and all of that. But hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.